Hello, I almost said good evening, but I don't think it counts as evening right now. What's up, everybody? Hi, everyone. Hi, Shark. Hi, Wobbly. Hi, RU. Hi, Tyrolade. Hi, Ants. Hi, Short. Hi, Brocker. What's up, Insty? Papatos. Insty, have you been playing TFT? I don't know if you're on the TFT train with the rest of them. Zany, what's up, Dane? Dane, how you doing, man? Dane, we gotta talk later. Riva, what's up, dude? Novog, how are you doing? Zany, how am I? I'm alright. It's another day. What am I supposed to say? I ran outside to get some food. Woke up with a headache. I don't think I slept well again. I don't know what's going on. I forgot to put my mask on last night. I kind of passed out the moment I touched the pillow. But then, you know when you have those like weird dreams that kind of like keep you up? Yeah, it's kind of what happened too. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great day. Corey, yeah, I hope everyone's having a great day too. Hey, what's up, Blips? Took the day off so I could watch the full stream. Let's go, dude. Meowdy? Am I saying that right, Tails? Meowdy.
Perfect timing.
What's up, Toby?
Building my bower light right now.
Let's go, dude. Dude, I didn't account for this, by the way. So for any clients who are like, Alex, check your mail. I can't check my mail until Tuesday because the mailbox is closed until Tuesday. Unfortunately, it's well, not unfortunately, it's Easter weekend, and I didn't account for Easter weekend. Whoops, I forgot that it was Easter weekend, so that's my bad. Do you know why Novelkeys will not be restocking the Corky desk pads? As far as I know, we're restocking them. I just think it's gonna be later on. I think. What's up, SC? How you doing? Alex, I think I've decided on what keyboard I would like you to build. I have a few questions I would like to ask in Discord. Zany 100%. I feel the combination I've chosen would look really amazing. DM me, we can talk about it. The post office closes on Friday before Easter. So yeah, it's closed today. I guess the way it works, I'm not 100%. I've never had these kind of days off. So if I were to lay this out so it makes more sense to me, I'm more of like a, oh shit, why is it so zoomed in? Hold on one sec. I'm more of a visual learner. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because it's Easter Sunday, I guess. I think the way it works is the government and post offices and stuff. Because they would normally, I guess, have Sunday off anyways, which is not always true. But I guess they moved the day off to Friday. And then the place that I go to also gave their staff Saturday and Easter Monday off. Oh yeah, it's Good Friday. You know what? Fuck, dude, I don't remember any of this from school. I'm terrible. Yeah. Anyways, there's 4 days off, so they've just given, I guess, everyone. Anyways, yeah, it's all closed all weekend. So, not that other Fridays aren't good. True. There's a lot of days closed. Wow. Yeah. It's fine though. You know what? Like, it's whatever. Like, what am I supposed to say? They could. I know my post office, the one I go to, is phenomenal. Like, remember how I used to have post office stories like every other day, and how like it was the worst thing ever? My post office is phenomenal, so they deserve the days off. Easter Monday, my B-day. Let's go. All right, the client sent us a whole bunch of switches, by the way. I forget which ones these are. Hold on, they messaged me which ones are which. Where is it? Here it is. Clouds. With, these are
14 months.
Wait, what are these?
Crazy ye. Hope you have a great day, Alex.
Thank you so much, AFTL. I appreciate it. Okay, these are. I think these are the Zinhais. I think these are the Clouds, and I think these are Milky Whites. These ones here are Zinhais. I know that for sure, because I actually have a set of these myself. Thank you so much, Nex. I appreciate it. We're going to stick with these ones. I did hand test all of these. These seem to be the quietest of all the Switch. So we could try for the spacebar and modifiers. These I've used. We've already used these. These are Clouds, so these are good. And then these sounded quite special. So I think these will be an excellent pairing in the Envoy today. However, for modifiers, we might play around. Maybe for mods, it'll be a little too bright. So I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, everyone's been hyping up these switches. So HMX Clouds seem to have a different stem. Yeah. This guy likes mode. I like mode, yes. Mode has been very good to both myself and clients. So I am all for it. All right, let's take a look at the keyboard today. I think the only odd request we're doing today is we're actually removing the hot swap standoffs. Those keycaps though. Oh, Symbiote. Symbiote. Also, I don't think I've ever seen this Lloyd kit. I've built a number of Envoys and I don't think I've ever seen that on it. Big brother, I have no idea when I'm doing it. I'm supposed to be doing it, but I don't know when it's actually coming in. I really don't know. Right, we got, I'm assuming both of these are the same plates. I think both of them are the same plates. And then we have a PCB. Actually, are they the same plates? Oh no, one's FR4 and one is aluminum. I think we go with the aluminum today, but I have to double check our build notes. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't have build notes for this because we switched last minute. Let me double check my correspondence with the client for this. I don't remember which one we're using. No, nurse, I haven't got it approved yet. It's still pending approval on Twitch's side. I guess because I thought I put one animated emote. Yeah, it's been taking like all week to do. Mind you, I did it like the day or two after we spoke. But yeah, it's still pending approval on Twitch's side, which is really weird. Dude, I took apart my wooding and lube was everywhere for some reason. Huh? Lube in your wooding? That sounds kind of sussy if you ask me, Mason. Sounds a little sussy if you ask me. What's it doing all over the place? Sussy AF. It's a little sussy. Alright, so I've never removed these things before, but according to the client, they're soldered on? I just seen that Max Voltar has posted pictures about production of the Event Horizon. Oh yeah, I was literally talking to Salvin about that the other day too. I think everyone who ends up getting one will be pretty awesome. Did you do these builds for client videos or send to, wait, what? Did you do these builds for client videos or to send over to someone? So the way it works on my end is this. If you want a keyboard built by me, you can pick to have it not streamed, or if you want it streamed, you let me know. I would say 9 times out of 10, I'm just gonna stream it because I think it's kind of fun to watch us build, a community member's keyboard. But yeah, I take care of everything like lubing the stabs. Soldering is all covered in the build charge as well. Other small little requests are usually covered as well, but there's different things you can do to a build request. So apparently I just have to desolder this, which I think I'll just heat it up with the iron and then just like yoink it off to get rid of these standoffs. Again, I've never done that before. Can I get a keyboard kissed by you? Sure. If you really want. Do the stabs. And then let's grab the Envoy. I don't know what color this is. Is it green? Say less. Oh, it is green. This is such a great color, by the way. This like hunter green. Client asked for the standoffs to be removed. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the standoffs on most keyboards are super useful unless you're soldering everything together, or unless you're screwing everything together and plan to like not take the keyboard apart when you're swapping switches, but even then it doesn't really matter all that much. He likes it when you request Greg. Do I? Is that what I like? Where's the accent and stuff? Oh, it's right here. Oh, we're doing a wooden accent today. Very nice. All right, put this here for a second. Can I request that you ship yourself back, not the keyboard? If you pay for it, sure. I don't know if I can put myself in a box though. This is the exact same config I have for my Envoy. Oh really? With the copper and the wood accent? Alright. I guess let me see how to take off these before I do anything else. I've never had this request before. But I'm guessing I would just heat it up. Alright, we'll see. Speaking of standoffs, yes or no to the Bauer Light? Guys, I don't use standoffs for literally anything. I think for one of the Bauer Lights, or maybe just one or two of the Bauer Lights I've built, I've included standoffs, but I rarely use them. Rarely. I'm so used to watching you on YouTube, I was about to skip the video of the building part. Oh no. Is it boring? Am I boring? I don't know if this comes off that well. No, I don't think there's anything to heat up here to take this off. Let's see, let's see. It's not like there's anything we can damage here, but... No. Nothing's really coming off here. Let me see something. Not boring at all, man. Literally just binge all your videos. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, though. Let's take off this little plastic thing first. Okay, I think I see. Although, gonna be honest, press them from the top. They're soldered and pressed in from the top. You heat the bottom and push. So I was doing it right. I'm just not putting enough pressure. All right, let's see. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. They do require a lot of heat though, huh? Yeah, I've never done this before. 2 more standoffs, I think. Oh no, one of the stickers fell off and went onto the PCB. Okay, I'll get that afterwards. Wait, why are we doing this? Client requested it. Sometimes sockets... Oh, I think I've just melted into this. Oh no. My poor little thingy here. Sometimes sockets as well don't really play that nicely with, what's it called? The sound of a keyboard either. Let's move this out of the way. That sleeve is now 1 of 1. It looks like it has bullet holes, but I got so many of these sleeves sitting in a drawer. So nice. All right, there's one more somewhere. First, let me take this off. Not Too Sweets, thank you so much for the tier 1. We got one more. Let's continue to do it on top of this. Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's right there. Cool. Wait, what did you just do? We popped off the standoffs. Bing, bada boom. All right. 765, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 1 year, dude. Thank you, thank you. Alex, I'm here. Hi, way too lucky. How you doing? Let's do stabilizers next. So we're reading a 7U for this guy. 7U. And then we're gonna do some dust on this. Everything else should be pretty standard on this. Nice work getting the YouTube video up last night. I had a cameo in it. Oh, the subathon one. I feel so honored. Oh my goodness. Is it an alu plate? It is. It is indeed an aluminum plate. Dude, you want to know the best new feature they've added to Mac? The ability to click the background and it just minimizes all the windows.
Standoff on the Envoy PCB. I would love to take you out.
Okay, that was pretty smooth. I ain't gonna lie. That was pretty smooth, man. Really, I love that feature. It saved me a whole bunch of times when I'm like, dude, where are all my windows? Or no, sorry, where are my windows? Like, how do I get to my desktop? WRIZ? That was kind of crazy. What's a magnetic connector? I don't have one on me at the moment, but you know how this has a JST on it? The magnetic connector would have this like cylinder sort of thing with these 4 or 5 little magnets on it that lay down and drop in. And when it drops in, it connects to the daughter board, which also has that same magnetic connector, and that transfers the data. I think it's a wonderful feature. It definitely beats the Molex connector that people tried to get to, you know, push into the hobby. I think the Molex connector had to be the biggest downgrade out of all the connectors in the hobby. Still don't quite understand why we went down that route, but... Well, I get why we went down the route, but... The moment anyone read 10 connection max, like rate it for 10 connections, that should have been like an automatic no-no. Yeah. Like, I don't know, like when you're thinking custom, right? You're thinking like you can reuse it, you can like, you know, take it apart, and then you read 10 uses, like rate it for 10 connections. And you're like, damn, this feels like a really shitty custom now. The JST wires are fine. The only annoying part is when people design it with the connector being too short, like the wire being too short. I would say that's the only like meh part about having those JST connectors sometimes. I don't have a Vento 80. They never sent one over. I don't think there's any plans for me to do one. I don't think you'll see many Owl Labs keyboards on this channel for reasons. You might see some of the Neo stuff from QWERTY keys. The Neo line. No, not really Drama Logics. They just... I think it was after the whole... me not really liking the lack of options with the flex cuts. I think that kind of sparked some people to not like it. I'm sure viewers may request you to build one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure eventually, maybe. Flex cuts. Those are the reasons. Alrighty. Stop liking them after the Voice Mini, the worst macro pad I owned. Really? I don't think I ever... Did I take a look at the Voice Mini? I don't think I ever did. I think they're a cool brand that has cool ideas. So nice. Sturdy, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. There's 2 boards you probably won't see much. One is going to be most Owl Labs keyboards, and then the other one is Smith & Rudin keyboards. I don't think they'll ever send me a keyboard. Ever, ever. Thank you again, Sturdy Butter. Appreciate you. Mode needs to do a macro pad? That would be kind of cool, actually. Yeah. That would be really cool. You know, I didn't even think of that. Damn. The ISO enter is perfect as a mute button. Oh, that little macro pad from Canon Keys. That one there was a tad bit expensive though, for what it was. It was also over-engineered for what it was too. Another Alex collab incoming. That'd be really cool to do a macro pad. I would use a macro pad more often, but for whatever reason, OBS doesn't like macro commands. Streamlabs is fine with it. I was doing so many cool things with macro commands on Streamlabs, but OBS is really like finicky And OBS also doesn't have like a push and release type thing. So for example, if I click this, my hands are now off of it. With Streamlabs, you can set it up to the moment you release the button, it reverts the scene back to what it was. That was another thing I do miss about Streamlabs. I couldn't find anything that would allow me to do that on OBS. Perhaps I haven't looked hard enough, but honestly, I'm pretty sure Treasure 9 stinks plummet or stonks plummeted as Alex shifted to Elgato. Thing is, Gio, I didn't even want to switch to Elgato. Half the times when I boot up like my computer with the Streamlabs, or sorry, Stream Deck, it has like an update and then I have to restart the computer again, and it's just like, oh, it's so annoying. There's not actually much on my stream setup. Like I have a light, the key light, which is a Nanlite 200's, just a Nanlite 200 compact. I got a Fuji camera as my face camera with a diffusion filter. That's why it looks a little bit like, it's just a slight bit like halo-y kinda. Just top-down camera, and then I have the mic actually put on the hot shoe of the camera, just so it takes up less things I need to mount. All that's attached to a C-stand, and I just have wires like wrapped around it. And then my other camera, which you guys can see, is non-ideal. I don't like the fact that the camera's on a tripod, basically. But I don't have a better place to put it, and I'm not about to drill into the ceiling. So that's where that's going to stay. And then cable management's okay. I will admit, it started off great, but as I kind of changed things in this setup, so when I went from PC to Mac, I kind of didn't bother doing everything super good like I did last time. But I would say it's still not bad. And then I have the Mac drilled into the bottom of this desk. So it's actually sitting right, like ends over here, but it's like right over here basically. So that's underneath the desk. Which is nice because I don't really care to look at it, you know? It's just a computer, just a box at that point. Has one page of stuff on it. There's not much there. Yeah, I barely have one page on mine. Barely. It's always tough and inconvenient to keep a production space overly organized. Yeah, one thing I actually learned later on, which, dude, I wish I just learned this, not learned, but I realized earlier on, it's actually easier to keep all the cables kind of loose, and then all you're really doing is kind of creating pathways for the cables, and then just hang them. So use like those little J-hooks and hang the cables. And then don't even use the Velcro. The only time you want to use Velcro is if you have a really long run where maybe the cable has like, you know, excessive amount. You just loop it and then basically wrap that and just hang it and just leave it looped. Leave it like, you know, in a circle basically. A few of the camera cables for the face cam are just the right length, and I think that was the biggest mistake I could have ever made. Because now I can't move the camera. If I do want to, you know, have some extra leeway, I can't. So that is one of the I guess, downfalls of that. Alex, you are just the right length? Okay, buddy. I just thought something. Why is it after you said I can't drill into the ceiling, I thought you said you can't drill into me? I need help? Huh? What are we thinking right now? Okay. Okay. Alex, you can, okay, you know what? Guys, it is Friday. It is Friday on Good Friday, all right? Top 5 Toronto foodie spots. Whew. Okay, I'm just gonna give you, if I had to go right now to pick up something, number 1 spot, Berkeley Cafe. It's near Distillery District, and they have a really great Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Their take on a Philly cheesesteak. Really good. Number 2, bro, I'm not gonna lie, Harry's Charbroiled. It's a burger joint. It's on the East End. That place is fantastic. Number 3 for good little food spots here. Dude, there's actually a lot. What else can I pick? What else is like standout good? If you go into St. Lawrence Market, basically all the food in the bottom area of it is delicious, and it's kind of underrated. I would say go there and just pick up lunch there. Flap, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you. Because they got like Italian food, they got Greek food, they have like different types of Asian cuisine as well. It's really good. I like that place so much. Fourth, it's gonna be another Philly cheesesteak joint. It's called Ill Style Sammy's. They were pretty good. I still like the other one more, but if I had to go somewhere, I'd probably go there because I enjoyed the sandwich. And what else? What else can I pick? Damn, this is actually tough. I need to like write down spots. I love cheesesteaks. They're so good. This is a chain restaurant, but I kind of like it. It's called Gyukaku's, and it's basically like a JBBQ type place. It's just really good. It's if you order too much though, because it's a la carte, it does get quite expensive. But if you go on their happy hours, which they have food happy hours, it's really good. Gyukaku. Oh shoot, I'm too late. Hi Alex in chat. Hi, how you doing? It's a chain though. They have them in a whole bunch of places. I just really like it. It's very good. I think that's really it. There's some other underrated spots in Toronto. Like, okay, this is a really weird thing to go get, but if you want really good chicken wings, there's a place called, I'm gonna mispronounce it, Blaze. Here, I'll just write it in chat. I think this is how you pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's a burrito place, but they have some of the best wings like that I've ever had. They're so fucking good. There's also some really good chicken spots in North York. If you want to go for fried chicken or just like Korean food, really good Korean food / Korean fried chicken in North York. And then there's just some really cool like small spots in Kensington Market as well. But those would be my recommendations. So Alex, your shirt is shipping soon. If I sent you some switches, would you like to check them out? For sure. If you want some good steaks, go to Alex's place. I don't know where there's good steaks in Toronto. I don't really go out for steaks because I can't justify spending $50 for a steak that I feel like I could just cook at home for half the price. Because they're not like throwing any cool seasoning on it. There's just half the times it's just, salt and pep, So it's a little tough for me to justify steak. The thing with dry aging though is you can buy dry aged steak. You can buy that. Like, it's actually not that expensive to even buy it here in Toronto as well. Like, you can go to certain butchers. Like, there's one butcher that I sometimes go to if I'm in the area, and they offer dry aged as well. I did, you toy. I remember that video. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? Didn't know that? Yeah, you can. I forget what it's called now, but it's a place, believe it or not, in St. Lawrence Market. They have butchers there. There's butchers all over the city with great meat. And they do dry aging there. It just really depends on how much of a dry age you want, I guess. But yeah, it's just hard to justify going to steak places. I remember I had a steak somewhere. I don't remember where it was. I think it was quite expensive. This is like 2 years ago. This is the last time I had a steak out. It was like $47 for like a small steak. And I remember I'm like, man, there's nothing that stands out from me making this at home. And it would cost me literally half the amount. So, screwdriver. That's what I'm looking for. Personally, wouldn't do more than 40-day dry age. Almost gets too funky. Yeah, I think most places will do 30. All right, next. Damn, bro. I live so close. We live so close together. I will have to quickly head over to your neck of the woods to pick up some steak. Dude, do it. What's your favorite dish to cook at home? This sounds lame, so don't judge me. I think my favorite thing that I do is like a little sandwich basically. I think I've talked about it a few times. It's just basically grilled cheese, bacon, and if I have it, cranberry sauce. And then depending on if I put cranberry sauce, depends on the cheese. But, and then egg. I like putting egg in it too. And it's just like this little egg, bacon, grilled cheese type thing. And it's so good. But whenever I have it, I feel like lethargic all day long. I thought you were going to say homemade regular chips. You know, I've never tried that. Never tried to make chips. Homemade popcorn's really good. Not air pop, but like actual... Thanks, Insty. Homemade, like, in a pot with oil type popcorn. That shit's so good. Originals? It's so good, dude. Pepper on your homemade popcorn, shit's so good. Hey, you two, have you ever tried putting maple syrup on your popcorn? How do you like your eggs, sunny side up? The only type of egg I actually don't enjoy eating is hard-boiled eggs. But I'll have eggs in a number of different ways. Scrambled's also fun to cook with, but you have to scramble them right. I see this client just picked up the best stabs. Hey, Duroc stabs, ain't nothing wrong with them. They're the best. My GF and I recently found a new dish to cook at home. It's French onion soup pasta dish. Oh, yes. That is actually, I've been seeing that everywhere on, like, variations of it on, like, TikTok and shit. But it is very good, yes. I've had something similar to that. I want Alex, what the hell, Insty? Think about selling my Envoy. Anyone want one for 180? What happened? You don't want it anymore? Way too lucky? I need to try some shoyu eggs. What are those? Maybe I haven't tried those particular ones. There's obviously things I probably have not tried. Hey, what's your guys' go-to home-cooked meal? Or let's not say meal. What's your guys' what's your go-to homemade, like, quick bite to eat? Like, if you only had 30 minutes to do everything, including eat it as well. Like, what's your quick, like, I need to make this real quick. Instant noodles. Okay. 2 instant noodles. Fried rice. Okay. Sausage, gravy, and biscuits. Okay. That sounds actually pretty good. Ramen, scrambled eggs. Oh, smash burgers sound delicious. I've never made a homemade smash burger. Never, ever. I don't know how difficult it is, though. Toasted PB&J. I haven't had a peanut butter sandwich in quite a long time. Maybe I should have one soon. Well, today is a good day to do it. Perhaps it is. It's really nice outside today. If it gets too sunny in here, let me know as well, guys. How's it going, Alex? Missed you, my guy. What's up, Inflectra? It's been so long. It's going, man. How about you? He makes some very good videos on how to do it. Ooh. Yeah. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Even making any sort of, even making steak here, like if you want to do a steak, I don't understand why they did that. Well, I get why they did this, but they have the fire detector literally 2 feet from the kitchen. Like, it's a condo, right? So you have to remember, kitchens are like the size of a shoebox. So sometimes when you cook, you have to be very careful to see how the fumes are going, like the smoke, because it's just gonna detect that thing. Originally, at the very beginning, when I was trying to do meat and stuff, even with the thing full blast, like the little hood, I had to be very careful because I would just set off the alarm like every single time. Yeah, it's very difficult. And we're in one of those condos too where it's like you can't You can't have a barbecue, which is unfortunate because I really want to put a barbecue on the balcony. Mind you, it's not a greatly big balcony, so. Yeah, that's what I have to do, basically. Keep Apothecary. Oh, really? They told you to take it out? It's a little unfortunate. First night here on 1:30 a.m. Yeah, it's like you have to finesse cooking in condos. You really do. It's kind of a shame that they've kind of normalized making condo units have such terrible layouts for kitchens, honestly. Like most condo units, if you go to a penthouse, then sure, it's probably going to be amazing. But it really is a shame that the majority of them are poo, basically. They're just so bad. And those microwave vents are literally useless. Did I ever tell you guys, the first week moving in here, I went to go use the microwave, and the light bulb in the microwave died, and it was a brand new microwave that they put in. And because I'm just not gonna change it, like I don't want to go spend money on this, it's not my microwave. I just have no light bulb in that microwave. It just always says like light does not work. And then the same thing with the fan in the oven. It started making sounds like you can tell it's like not 100% balanced. So, oh my god, keep Apothecary. Getting people to repair things in this place. All right, let me tell you guys another story real quick. First winter in this condo. Heating did not feel right. I kept telling the maintenance person, whatever, I'm just like, it literally does not feel like it's being heated at all. Like the condo felt freezing cold. So then they came, they said they fixed it, and I'm like, all right, I guess this is good now. And you can tell, like, when you put your hand up to the vent and stuff, like, all right, something comes out, like it's sort of warm, and I'm like, all right, this is better. But I kid you not, man, it would just never work. Like, it felt like constantly you're in the cold. Fast forward to this year, and there was a really cold day back in December. It was like negative 27 or something like that. It was really cold. And I'm sitting there freezing my ass off. And I get up on a stool to go touch the vent, and it is just blowing air. It is not doing hot air, it is not cold air, it's just moving air. And then I complained about it, and I'm just like, dude, this is terrible. Like, I'm like freezing. Fast forward about 2 weeks or whatever, it sends someone out to negative 27 Celsius. They send someone out, and they come inside the condo, and they take off the little vent panel thing, and they plug a USB stick in. It's like a USB cord, and they have their laptop, and the guy just does this. He goes, and I just see like something running, and I looked at him, and I'm just like, what is happening here? And then he goes, yeah, it's just a programming error. So I'm just like, dude, how many condo units have been affected by this? And then he looked at me. He didn't want to say how many because they have like, the security people with them. And he's like, 80%. And you can tell like he wasn't supposed to say that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how do you mess this up that bad? But yeah, for basically the first year that we're in here, it was freezing fucking cold. And yeah, it took all of 4 minutes to install that new update, and then they went bye-bye. And now it works perfectly. The usual answer, you're actually the only one? No, this guy here was being 100% real with me, dude. I like it cold anyways. Like, I'm not gonna... But like that one day where it was freezing, I'm like, yeah, this is unbearable. Yes, the unit is also, dude, this, I don't know. You know what? I do think that like a lot more of the recent builds, I don't know, just everything seems so cheap. The walls seem cheap here. Even though it's nice looking, like it's, you know, it's just a wall, right? Like, I kid you not, dude, if you lean against the wall and just like, you know, you're tired, you want to lean against the wall, you'll fall through it. They are rotate. Almost broke the stream streak. Oh no, what's up, Docfather? How you doing, man? This one goes on the inside. I actually might go to a camera workshop tomorrow around 10 a.m. They have a workshop that they're hosting in my area where I can go check out, well, not really my area, it's a little bit of a distance, downtown, where I can go check out some new camera stuff. And they're offering people a chance to look at the Fuji X100VI. So I'm kind of curious about it. Not that I want to buy one at all, because I have no will to pick up another Fuji camera at this point. Kind of just feel like it would be pointless. I just want to go look. It is a hot swap build today. It might be a shorter stream day today. Although it is really loud outside. Jesus Christ. Our flows are uneven and have dips in them. Is it a new condo, Dane? Or is it like an old one? You know, it's a great question, Key. I have no idea. I think it might be held by the camera store that's holding it. No, this is just like, it's going to be a whole bunch of different cameras. One of the other cameras they're showcasing at this place is the Leica SL3. That would be really cool to go take a look at. They're showcasing, not that I need to see this either, but like, it'd be cool to look. The GFX 102 Mark II. They have some Canon stuff. They also have all the Z series from Nikon that I want to go look at. Again, not that I'm going to go invest in the Nikon, but it'd be cool to go look. And then, I don't know, because I sent them a message if there's going to be Hasselblad stuff there just to look. Nikon, what's Nikon? Nikon's gotten with the times. They've gotten with it. And then, yeah, I think there's going to be some new Sony stuff. I don't remember the model number. I think it's called the A9 III. But it's like one of Sony's incredibly fast bodies. I think it's called the A9 III. But it shoots like an insane amount of photos and has like some crazy settings for wildlife photography. Yeah, I heard that Nikon got Red, yeah, which is crazy still. I didn't even know Red sold. The Z series they have is pretty good. But for a while there, Nikon really fell behind. A9 III is the global sensor readout, so no more Jello electronic. Oh, really? Yeah, I looked at the body for that the other day because I was watching a review on it. Just, you know, for the sake of trying to keep up with some of the camera stuff too, which is still pretty difficult. Pretty crazy what that thing can do. Although, I don't think I'm ever going to buy a Sony camera because Sony colors are kind of whatever. But it seems like Sony's making sensors for everybody these days. Fuji colors are fun. I think Fuji has the most fun colors, but if you want, I would say reliable colors, even though I don't use them, I used to, and I've, you know, sometimes played with them. Canon still does really good colors, and then I think the most, one of my friends who's really into color grading stuff for photos, if you want the most reliable, like straight from the camera, like accuracy, as long as you have all your settings set up right, apparently Hasselblad, the X2D in particular, has really good ones. How do you get good with coloring photos? It's a creative process. In all honesty, most of the cameras you're gonna get, you can end up tweaking to your heart's content. Some of them just have like this natural good look that's really easy to play with and find a style, because it depends on the shot you take. But for example, I've been shooting with Fuji for so long now that I just kind of know what I like with a Fuji camera, but it differs from what other people. Some people really like really blown out photos where it kind of almost looks very light and, you know, very cloudy kind of thing. Some people really like, you know, oranges and teals. It depends on what you're shooting, and then also depends on your style. Okay, we'll play around with switches for the modifiers here, but let's start assembling our case. I don't know, I don't touch my Fuji colors, only lighting really. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. If I do take the Fuji out to take pictures with, it's rare that I actually do anything crazy to it. With the Leica stuff, I do, because it's fun to edit those, like really fun. But with that, when I had my Sony camera, dude, I felt like I was tweaking the living crap out of those pictures. In fact, when I look at my Sony photos from way back when, I'm like, dude, they're fun shots, but they just look so overprocessed. Astrophotography is so fun. That is something I would love to one day get into. I would love to try that one day. All right, let's start putting in all our pieces here. Preferences change more than gear. Well, the same thing goes with keyboards too, right? I always hear this from people being like, oh, how come you don't use this? How come you don't use that? And it really just, it's your preference. And it changes over time. Remember, I used to love tactile switches. Loved them. They were like the only thing I used. And then my preferences slowly shifted into me just preferring to use anything but. So, oh, I need to put the feet in first here. What am I doing? Thank you, Chaser, for the Prime. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for all the love and support, guys. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, thank you. I've loved 60s for over a year now, and it's all I want to use. Dude, layout-wise, I also went through different preferences that I've completely changed. At one point, the preference of my choice was, for layout, was 75, and then it shifted back to like 65-ish. So it really just depends. There's a lot of variables. I tried every switch from Nixies to HMX Cheese to Macchiatos and finally figured out I like HMX Clouds. Dude, switches, without getting too critical about it, switches are the one thing in this hobby that's just like, it's still so overwhelming to do switches. It's so overwhelming. Even myself, I don't know how some of you guys keep up with the switches in this hobby, dude. I really don't know. What bit do I need for this? Oh God, it's so bright now. I might have to go turn off my, close my shades rather. Love tactile switches, but all I can hear from them is leaf ping. I think that's what kind of made me not want to go to tactiles as much nowadays, is because I hear like sounds that I just don't like. That's why I have a batch of Currys and Nixies in my drawer. Dude, Nixie switches. Oh, I forgot to screw this guy in. My bad. Nixie switches are so good. They are so good. Honestly, for people that consume a lot of keyboard content, it's easier to keep up. For many creators, I feel like there are some of the lowest consumers, so keeping up is hard. You know what's weird though, Gio? I actually do buy a lot. Like the one part I buy a lot of is stabilizers and switches. Because I'm just like genuinely interested a lot of the times to see what they have, you know, available. And I gotta admit, man, it is so damn difficult, even with me being interested in buying the switches. And I think the reason being maybe is because perhaps, maybe I speak for you as well, it's not so much that we're the lowest end of consumers, because I do feel like it maybe varies. Perhaps it's because we build so many things that we know what we like, that it kind of makes it difficult for that investment of like, well, shit, what happens if I don't like this? And, you know, I already have like these 5 Switches that are fucking god tier, you know? So it's not as easy to try new things, perhaps. Like, yeah, like, kind of to Way Too Lucky's point, I feel like even 3 years ago, there was 4 Switches that came out that were like, wow, you got to try these. And now I feel like every month I'm just like, yo, did you hear about this new, you know, god tier Switch? And I'm just like, man, didn't one just release last month? I did go into the HMX lineup of things based off of some other people's recommendations, but I was hesitant to try them at first. I was very hesitant to try HMX stuff. All the new Switches, oh, where's my mouse? All the new Switches are just some variation of the same thing. I'm also kind of in that boat too. Like, there's very small differences. I think the only thing that's really been improving lately has been things like, what's it called? Like, does X Switch have better stock lubricant type thing? I'm gonna say something too. I really feel like there are some really fun things in Switches, but I gotta admit, dude, you know what I was really disappointed about? How Gatoron cap Switches didn't catch on. Because they actually had like something new in a Switch. Even like the NK clicky Switches, being a linear clicky, all the fun little things don't seem to catch on, but then we get like, for example, when Zaku's were huge, Zaku's were just like, they blew up. And even recently, HMX Switches, fantastic. You know, stock lubricant's great. But past the stock lube, I would almost say there's not a whole lot of uniqueness that happens with those Switches, you know? Zeal Clickies, also an interesting Switch too. But yeah, there is a whole bunch of really unique things that happen in keyboards. They're just not as common, I guess, they don't really catch on, you know? My favorite 60%? Oh, it's tough. Lately, I've been really vibing with my Ori. Tell me what caught. Okay, you know what, you toy? You got me there in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. You got me. Did have me in the first half. I really can't get behind all these new Switches having 45 to 55 gram springs. Yeah, you know what? That's something I've definitely noticed as well, and I can't complain about it because I like that spring weight, but I've definitely noticed majority of the new springs all have light, or new Switches all have light springs. I definitely agree. And it's odd, but oh, that looks great there. Yeah, my Obscuras, the one I collabed with Mode on, those are pretty light, I will admit. They are indeed pretty light. They're 58. But then again, I am also not one to use really heavy Switches. I wonder if it is done that way to kind of appeal to some of the gamers, you know? I wonder. Because the majority of people who play video games usually prefer light Switches. I may take out these screws, by the way. We'll see how I feel. All right, let's put some stuff out of the way here. Any chance there would be a round... Wait, what happened? Any chance there would be a round two of your... Oh, round 2. It If I did do a round 2, I'd feel kind of guilty because the whole point of doing that collab was so there was just one round of it. So I feel like I would be doing people a disservice of it. But perhaps something different in the future? Perhaps? Something, I don't know, maybe a different board? Can't make promises, but... All right. So this is how the board looks right now. We got the copper on the bottom. Green and copper make a fantastic combination, by the way. And the anno quality on the mode boards are fantastic. And then that wooden accent. Oh, I don't know if you guys can properly see that nicely. Oh, what's that? Dust. The wooden accent on this does look great. Okay, let's see how this is going to sound now. I'm curious how this is going to sound with this as a space bar. So let us grab the keycaps that the customer wanted to use, which are these guys. And let's start putting everything inside our keyboard here. No, we're not using a GMK set today, actually. We're using OTC keycaps, which are OmniType's PBT version. I've used these before. They look great. I'd say they're pretty high quality ones. We can definitely try with a GMK spacebar just to show you guys as well. Dude, it feels like it's gonna get really hot today, but I don't know. Real scrubs, yeah, I think they're good quality. I think you're gonna like the sound profile, but if you're used to GMK spacebars, you may not like them. I actually have a whole write-up on the mode keycaps on my website, if you're interested in Real Scrubs. My only quarrel with them is, I do feel like if you're not already into GMK, you probably won't like them as much. Quality-wise, they're great. Legend-wise, they're bigger legends, so you have to like the legends. Yes, also read the review before purchasing Tomorrow keycaps. That is also a good point too. Because Tomorrow keycaps, they're the strangest thing. Tomorrow keycaps have this like shape-shifting capability where they can, or chameleon ability, let's just call it. They change colors depending on the light very drastically. Most keycaps do, like depending on the lighting you're in, but they are drastic in terms of difference for that. What? Really, Dane? I have not yet had that happen. I do have one of the mode keycaps living on my Envoy though, because I kind of like them. Really, Dane? Is it a common thing, or? I haven't heard anyone complain about that. Yeah, Slow Corey is correct. The Tomorrow keycaps are marketed as like a gray, but I have to, oh, someone redeemed a hydrate and I didn't hydrate, my bad. Sorry, Keepothecary. But they do have this like olive brown kind of tint to them in certain light. I got you with the posture check. Really? All right, I didn't know that was a thing. Maybe I'll try to stress test mine a little bit more than I already did. Oh, the one I'm using right now? Oh, my eye's like so itchy right now. The Crush 65. It's not out yet. They sent it over for me to use and take a look at. Yesterday we did it. I find the mode keycap legends look nice on an Alice layout. I quite like the larger legends myself, but it really depends on what you're looking for. Oh my god, I cannot get these keycaps out. Again, I may remove those fasteners. Glad mode is doing away with those. Or not doing away. In the loop anyways, it didn't really have them. They kind of designed it around using those, so. Alex, what is your favorite 75% and why is it the GMK Pro? Well, the GMK Pro, the gaskets are phenomenal. You know, they go flush with the metal around it, so they don't work, but they're there for show. And then, yeah, it's just overall super fun to disassemble. It's nice that they look different without cheesy legends. Yeah, there's that too. What is your favorite keycap set and why is it GMK Greg? My actual favorite keycap set is probably Nautilus because it holds a special place in my heart. It was the very first GMK set I ever purchased. Was the original Nautilus set. Thank you, Way Too Lucky. And then the other keycap set that holds a special place in my heart is I have a set of SA Nautilus, which not a lot of people have. I barely use it because I don't really use SA keycaps and I'm honestly nervous to use them. But yeah, it's a special set of SA Nautilus, which is kind of cool. I think I might have mounted them one time on a keyboard and then took them off promptly. Take the second layer here. Had to pop out. What are these keycaps? These are the OTC keycaps from Omnitype. So they're PBT versions of keycaps. These guys. If it holds a special place in your heart, Real Scrubs, like keep it, right? There's no point in selling something you already bought if you end up liking it, you know? We all have different preferences and tastes and all that jazz, so you could really love it, and that's not a problem. Let's do green here. Let's do the Omnitype thing here. And we'll do this guy. And then stepped caps. Don't forget, PBT does sound very different from GMK, guys. So if you guys end up using like a set of your own, and you're saying like, well, I use GMK on this board, it does sound super different. No pressure, but this will determine if I get Zin. Oh, but remember, this is PBT. This is PBT today, so they might sound different if I put GMK on this. Please remember. DCS is really nice. I like DCS. This, and let's just say fudge it and use this. We got two Omnitype icons on this guy. Or should I just use delete? You know what? Now let's
happy Friday and happy 2 years, my guy.
Philip, thank you so much for the 2 years, man. I really appreciate the love and support for the last 2 years, bro. That's crazy. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's put this all back. Seems like a few good people in here had the same trajectory as I did getting the GMK Pro as one of their first serious boards. A lot of people did. That was a lot of people's first keyboard in the hobby. It was their first foray into mechanical keyboards. That or the Keychron. Some people waited a little bit and, you know, they didn't quite pull the trigger on the GMK Pro when it first came out and they ended up getting a Keychron. That is the board. Remember, we are using PBT keycaps today. But there's nothing wrong with the GMK Pro. To be fair, I did buy the bare bones. Yeah. I don't agree with the pricing of the GMK Pro now. It makes no sense, the pricing. Absolutely 0 cents to me. I think they offer like, what, a fully kitted out GMK Pro for like how much now? Drank? Got you. Okay, this might be super loud. I have a feeling we're going to need to swap this out. If we're going to stick with PBT, we're going to need to swap out the spacebar. Interesting. I feel like we're going to have to go with something a little bit more subdued here. Or maybe not. That's actually kind of fun sounding. This is so loud.
Loud, wow.
Wow. Yeah, I do want to try. Hold on, let me get a space bar for this. Holy shit, this is loud. Hold on, let me get a space bar. I feel like, okay. Are the alphas overpowering? Damn, that's so loud. Holy shit. Let's grab dual shot. It's not that loud, it's so high pitch. Maybe it is the high pitch is confusing me, but it's not like bad. It's kind of fun. It's not that loud, it's just deafening. Let's see what this sounds like with a GMK set. Ooh, it's so different with GMK versus PBT. I want to try two keycaps as well. Let me just grab. Here, I'm just gonna grab a. Holy shit! RIP headphones user. I have a batch of these myself that I haven't used yet, so. The alphas haven't really changed that much swapping to the ABS. Perhaps you need a full set on to really kind of capture that. But the spacebar is an immediate change you can recognize. So with that being said, let me play around with one thing here because I personally think, well, it is fun that it's this bright. It is a little too bright. Obviously, the client can just swap these out themselves too, but they sent over these switches. What are these again? I don't remember. If you were to try and lower the pitch, what changes would you make? Probably a polycarbonate plate. Let's try this switch. These are the HMX Hyacinths, I believe. But then I would also swap to all ABS. So let's put on this again. Okay, I do like this spacebar a lot more with the PBT. Yeah, that makes more of like a balance. No, I don't think it's, I mean, that's PBT. PBT is gonna have a little bit more of that glassy, almost thinner sound profile. I do like it better with this switch. If we go any deeper, it won't match the alphas. But what a fun sounding switch. Yeah, these might have to be the, like, I had a feeling these would be loud. Because remember I told you guys, I'm like, well, hear this? These might be the, like, clackiest switches I've ever heard in a keyboard. Let me remove the screws to see if that also changes up any sort of sound profile, because it does make a difference in this keyboard. That is genuinely kind of fun though. I don't mind this sound profile at all. It's aluminum plate too, yeah. This spacebar with the PBT actually hits. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more bouncy with moving the screws. This is so surprising. Usually if I pair PBT with like an alu plate and really loud switches, it sounds super like thin and kind of falls on its face. I'm very surprised by these. I don't know if it's the switch. Maybe it is the switch. Maybe the materials, because I don't really remember everything. Yeah, they're stock. So perhaps it is the switch, but I'm genuinely surprised at the sound of this board pairing with what we did. Yeah, that sounds not bad for PBT. And nothing against PBT, it's just usually not really my thing, but damn. Okay, that's not bad at all. Our stock spring's pretty good. I've had no issues with them personally. On the HMX switches, I should say. Can you do mode caps when you review the new 65? We'll see what everyone wants. I think I'll run a poll. Because it actually might make sense that we do those two. Maybe we just take them off and we just do both. But yeah, I think it kind of does make sense that we maybe take a look at those with the mode 65, because you can just order that from mode and not have to worry about shipping from other places. Also, the springs in these feel very light compared to some of the other HMX switches, which is nice. Well, I think I'm gonna put back the screws because they didn't really make that much of a difference. They kind of just changed the way that this feels. But pretty cool. I hope the client ends up liking this. Damn. The stabs turned out really good on this too. Very happy with that. The discount is pretty good too when you get the real, oh yeah, the caps plus everything too. Yeah, I've seen that on Mode's website. I'm still very shocked by this. Damn, we're using just the Mode Duroc stabs, or the Duroc stabs rather. The Mode stabs I will be pairing with the 65 when we do it. Yeah, these switches are definitely in your face. Yeah, they're interesting. They're interesting. I have a batch of them too that I'll pair with a different keyboard. Holy shit, these are loud though. Okay, I need to do some research on the materials in this. I can see why people like them though. These are kind of fun. Oh yeah, there's a few lower pitch ones, but I would say the majority of the HMX switches are definitely on the more clacky side. Macchiatos are pretty low in terms of pitch. There's like one other one, I can't remember what they are now. Macchiatos, for me, have been the lowest pitch ones. So 65 is PC copper plus AE Obscuras plus Lotus caps. I'm not doing, or for the 65 that we're doing on the 16th, no, it'll be an aluminum 65 that we do. Oh yeah, the Kinglands are, I thought the Sunsets are pretty loud. Are these 45 gram springs? I'm not sure. I can't remember the specs of this spring. It's funny because they were trying to make some deeper, less clacky switches and they still clack. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I've found with the HMX switches though, is they definitely have that higher bearing to them, you know? But fun. This is fun playing around with these switches. Got to admit. Again, I hope the client ends up liking this. This sounds like it would be so much fun on like an all plastic board too. This would probably be like a very deep plasticky sound. Your hair looks good today. Thank you. I appreciate that, Gollum. I appreciate you. Can you do another crush sound test? It's so weird going from this board to this board. My stomach growled. And then we go to this board. That's so different. This, when you have it with no desk pad, you can definitely hear it's a little bit hollow sounding, but probably do because I have these cranked in right now, the screws. I would recommend taking the screws out on the Envoy, like I have from the get-go. What? I can't hear you? Huh? The desk dent? You mean desk dent. Okay, guys. Okay. Yeah, the crush is really nice. I can't wait for that one there to come out. I keep thinking your desk pad is upside down. Yeah, I've gotten that a few times now. Well, this is fun. I also really like the accent being the wood accent on the mode here. It looks clean. You got to admit it. It does look super clean to have this wooden accent on the back. And then you got the copper weight, which also looks hella clean. Yeah, it does look really good with green, huh? The keycaps go really well with this board too. The client had really good taste. Really, really good taste. Very impressive. Oh, man, the wood accent made the Fractal North case look great. Oh, you mean the computer case? That was one that was on my consideration list if I was picking up a new computer. All right, though, guys. It's a little bit of a shorter stream today. But in good fun, we got to try the Envoy with the Zinhai switches. Turned out really fun. Very surprising. Did not expect this sound profile out of this board from those switches. Extremely. But we're going to be doing another stream on today's Friday. Sunday. I can't remember what we're doing. But we're doing something on Sunday. And then next week might be a pretty loaded week in terms of streams again. I know it keeps saying it's slowing down, but then everyone... I feel like everything happens all at once all the time, so... Yeah, I'm actually seriously considering moving Sunday's stream. What are we doing? Let me see. Because I actually might be busy now on Sunday. We're doing this Suse. Okay, maybe I'll ask the client if I can do it at later on the day. Because I just realized no one might be available. So, huh? Move forward to Saturday? Maybe we move forward or something. I'll have to email the client. But I'll talk to you guys later. Let's go find someone we can go raid. Thank you again to the client for letting me build this. Really appreciate you, man. Good choice on everything here. It turned out freaking amazing. And then let's see who we can go take a look at here. Ardang, thanks for building. Thank you for being here, man. Zinhai Love. Dude, it turned out so fun with these. I can't wait to try it on a personal build. Mine just came in the other day too, so that was the fun part. Who is online? It's great, Boom Razzle. I feel like no one's streaming this weekend because it's Easter / holiday stuff. So I don't know why it always rewrites everything I just wrote. Everyone's hunting for eggs? I guess so. All right, guys, enjoy Boom Razzles. Thank you again. This turned out really fun. I have to admit, kind of want to build one myself now with GMK keycaps with the Zinhais. Maybe I will make an Envoy because I have an extra Envoy PCB. Ooh, that's something I can maybe do today for funsies. I don't really have much going on today. I gotta record some stuff, and then it's a pretty slow day after that for me, so maybe we'll go live again, do Zinhais again on my own Envoy. This inspired me. That's so loud. All right, guys, enjoy. Thank you again, guys. I appreciate you guys being here, and see you guys later. Bye, everybody.